the historic capital city of the state of Grenada. Yeah, I am here at the top of Hillsborough Street with its intersection, Grenville Street. Yes, this street from my right to my left is Grenville Street. Yep. So we just want to reminisce. Yeah. So on my right, this building on my right here was once owned and probably still owned by the Morissettes. Yeah, it has gone through some transformation. In fact, it was 2 stories. Albert, it was 2 stories. Yeah, we had a veranda here, and in the downstairs we had a beauty salon, Morissette's Beauty Salon, right at this door here. In here was a passageway. This here you're seeing here was an open passageway. We had inside here several barbers, Mr. Morissette himself. Mr. Morissette was a barber. He operated a barber shop, saloon, call it what you want, inside that alley, as well as Mr. Hercules. He was the man that made and fixed, repair dentures. Yeah. Well, as you can see, times have certainly changed. It is now 3 stories, 1, 2, 3 stories. Yeah. Yep. And this here steps, I just want to backtrack a bit. This was a prominent sitting area. Right at the top here was a prominent sitting area where the likes of myself, persons from the town, visitors, and Grenadians alike, probably will sit down there to take a 5 before continuing on their journey. Yes. So all this was the Morissette's building. Yeah. It has certainly gone through some transformation. To my left here is the market square. That too has certainly gone through some transformation. That red roof building that you're seeing in the back there, during my time, there was no building there. In fact, the grounds where that building is built used to be the area for the persons that sold coals. And if a lot of you remember what coals is, so what would happen is that they would cut down trees, specifically hard trees, and they would dig a pit and burn them and then come and sell the coals. So that in the back there was the platform mainly for the people selling coals. This whole section here come right back. Yeah. This whole section here. But we're going to continue on the left there in a bit because the market, as I say, has gone through significant transformation. Yep. To the right here, and I'm subject to correction here, this building once housed Mr. Island, a prominent businessman. Certainly during my childhood days, he operated a store downstairs. Here is a store where you could have gone in and get things that you couldn't find anywhere else. Brooms, clothing, you name it, hard to find items. You see here, there is this passageway. I always knew there was a passageway. It led to residents at the back. I think maybe businesses as well too at the back. Barber shop. There was a barber shop at the downstairs here. I think also in that very said downstairs where we're looking at the wooden kind of door, there was a saloon. I think there was a barber saloon. So we continue here. I think this building here was a wooden building. Yeah, my memory serves me correctly. This here was a wooden building. I'm hoping that those of you on the live could helped me along the way. I think this building was a wooden building. Yep. This here was the home of the Frenchies, the Factory Brothers. Yes. This building here was the famous Frenchie store, Factory Brothers. Yes. Again, it has gone through some transformation. The factories have rented out spaces within the building, and you have several small businesses um, downstairs, second floor, third floor. Yeah, they have since opened a mall, and it has another business in the town side. So this here is the market square. Yeah, historical market square. I remember as a little boy, um, this passageway here used to be the main entrance for the buses that apply the routes in Grenada. So the buses would go in here. Yeah, it was an open setting. All that here is things that were put in maybe within the past 5 or 10 or so years. Yeah, the space has certainly transformed. So you would have the wooden buses, you would have the minivans, and everything would go in inside there. At the center, we had uh, sort of a monument, yeah, representing the individuals that fought in World War over the years. Yeah, you see, it has certainly changed. It was all an open area. Yep, look at it. Look at it. Yep, we have a few businesses operating within the spaces on the inside. You have individuals plying the trade. Yep, so it has changed. All these were never there during my time. All these here has changed. All these here came in within, I would say, the last 10 or so years. Yep. You had the vendors selling basically out in the sunlight. They would have their tables, probably their chairs, and maybe a small covering, similar to what we're seeing here. This building here, I remember as a boy, this used to be the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Yes. Then came the revolution, and we had the National Commercial Bank. So this entire building was the National Commercial Bank. Yeah, the National Commercial Bank. I remembered we had some businesses. There were some steps going up there. We had some businesses at the top. Yeah. National Commercial Bank is no more. It was sold to another entity, Republic Bank. Yep. It remains intact for the most part, three stories. Yep. We have here the town. So we're right at the intersection here of Halifax and Hillsborough Street. Halifax Street goes from my right up to my left, right up to what we call Canash Hill. Yep. So we continue here. We have this building here. I think it was a business place. I think it was Nahus. I believe it to be Nahus. Yes, I believe this building was Nahus. Um, I think there is, if I'm not mistaken, a business place in the downstairs. And then over the years, we have the CID operating at the upstairs. It seems in a state of disrepair. Yeah. Where I stand here to the left, this passageway led to Star Agency. Yes. It was one of the first um, custom brokers. As you can see, they're shipping agents in the state of Grenada. Yes, you go through the stairs and you climb up the steps. Yeah, when your family and friends would have sent you barrels and stuff from North America, mainly American. So you would then go upstairs here to collect your invoice before going to clear your barrels. This building here, I remember it was a bar, a sort of a, well, I wouldn't say it's a restaurant, it's a bar, but I know a lot of gambling. They did a lot of gambling within these halls. Yeah, it has since transformed. We see here Spice Mobile. Yes, a small mobile entity that is operating out here. To the right here, you see a pharmacy. Yep, Grenada Pharmacies. Yeah, I don't recall any other persons operating out of this building here. Um, no, we had, no, I'm subject to correction here. We had the Alexanders. There was an Alexander gentleman that operated a wholesale and retail business in that building before the pharmacy came. Yes, yes. This other building here, I'm not quite sure who owned it, what was operated, but as it is there now, um, there is a store that operates in the downstairs. I'm not sure what is on the upstairs. To my left, let's just make an about on the left. Here, this space has transformed. Yeah, we had within this space the government printery. Yes, the government printery operated for quite a number of years in this building here. Yep, I think it was the downstairs, and there was a passageway to where my hand is, to the right side there, where you see clothing and cosmetics. There was a passageway that lead you to the upstairs section of the building. Yeah. So we come down here, another business house. I remember Big Macs, a place where you would go in and get the latest shoes and clothing and so from North America. And we come down here to this building. I just want to take a moment here to show you this building here. This building here belonged to and owned by a prominent family. It was sort of a communal house, the redheads, the likes of Police, Bessie, Pussy, Kate, Pencil, once lived in that building. Again, that building here has gone through some transformation. It was a sort of a one-level building. There was a passageway that you could have head to the back, yeah, to enter the building. Times have certainly changed. You have an upstairs level, and now you have a downstairs level. Yep. To my left here, we have. I remember in those days it used to be called the cold storage. This is the what you may call the entrance or exit to the car park of what is now Foodland. In my time, it was cold storage. Then it went to buy right, and now it's Foodland. Yeah, Foodland owns and operates a supermarket within this building here. This building here to the right was the jeweler. I think the only jewelry store that I knew of as a boy growing up, Whitey Lima. Whitey Lima operated in that building. Yep. So we come down here, we're right at the intersection of Melville Street and Hillsborough Street. So folks, yes, this is it. Melville Street, yes, intersects with both Grenville Street at the top and Melville Street at the bottom. Sorry, Hillsborough Street intersects with Grenville Street at the top and Hillsborough Street at the bottom. Folks, this brings to an end my trek, my walk through the street in the city of St. George, Hillsborough Street to be exact. I do hope that you enjoyed. Feel free to share, like, comment. Your comments means a lot to me. It helps me to chart the way forward in terms of providing meaningful, educational, and informative content. Yes? As I try to relive by doing this, what I call Throwback Sunday Live, my childhood stomping grounds. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for much, much more. Goodbye.